I just wonder, what is your thoughts on folks using your faith and culture as a weapon against others, which is what is being done right now by this administration?
Yeah, no, I appreciate you raising that. I mean, I find it to be very problematic. I mean, it's all, I think that oftentimes throughout history, we see Jews, the Jewish community being used in different ways. And I think that, I think that one of the ironies is that for the Jewish community, being a religious minority in this country, that we value those rights of free speech, of freedom of assembly, of
Mhm.
religious freedom. And so while that approach that, oh, I may not, forgot who said it, but I might not agree with what you are saying, but I'll defend your right to say it. I think that that's one of the values of our country that we're seeing violated right now. This
Mhm.
idea that people can't even
Have an
peacefully
opinion.
assemble it and right express your opinion in a peaceful way, and that their status is being used against them, and then in the name of in the name of anti-Semitism or in the name of this, it's like, well, we want no. I think some in the Jewish community support freedom of speech and expression, and especially like what we're seeing with people unrelated to that, where it's just in general, where we're seeing people, especially around immigration, where people are being, deported without due process, and those are
Mhm.
the things that that are so important to us as a nation, right? Due process of law, that we have these laws, we have these rights, that we're able to guarantee these basic freedoms, and again, from the Jewish community perspective, when those basic freedoms are being violated, it's especially in our name, it's very upsetting, because we stand by them, not just in principle, but we've benefited from them, again, as a minority in this, as a religious minority in this country. And so yeah, it's been because I also think that it's a distraction, because
Mhm.
yes, there is. I mean, there are issues of anti-Semitism that exist, right? And there are issues of other, hatreds, and it sort of distracts from addressing some of those real issues
I think it
as well.
dilutes. I think it dilutes the real. There, like you said, anti-Semitism is a real thing. So is any other thing. Any other
Yeah,
against any other religion, race, culture, ethnicity. All those things are real. So when you weaponize them for political gain, it diminishes the real impact of anti-Semitism and the real threat of it against Jewish people and Jewish communities
yeah,
that does
I agree.
exist. It diminishes it and it cheapens something that's actually very significant, very important, and should be addressed. But they make it a joke by using it against a student who wrote an article, who's never been on a protest anywhere, or held up a sign, or ransacked a university, or camped out on a lawn. Never, just wrote an article, and so it trivializes something that's actually serious, that we need to take seriously, and that we need to stand up against. And it takes it and makes it comical and cruel. And that's my perspective of what they're doing.